which is significantly disruptive to the president's agenda. But to the point you were just making about food stamps, and we saw this Friday, a temporary stay by the Supreme Court that would block full food stamp benefits pending the lower court decision. The administration's argument, as you just referenced there, was that it would be illegal to move around funding and to tap the Section 32 account at the USDA. But why not do this as a short-term patchwork solution? Because you have found ways with the military pay to stretch things out. Why prioritize in that case and not do so with food?
Right. Well, the president's job and all of our jobs is to uphold the law. And when I'm not a lawyer, but when the lawyers tell us what we can do,
that wasn't done with the military.
But yeah, I think that the military is different because the commander-in-chief stuff. But the legal analysis suggests that we're doing everything by the book and then stretching things as much as we can, and basically trying to keep people from committing crimes, which you know about in the season of lawfare. If you are a cabinet secretary and you spend money that's not appropriated for that purpose in your cabinet, then they can come back and they can, take you to court.
But you're also making a political bet that Democrats aren't going to challenge paying the military. Do you really think Democrats would challenge and take to court paying people for their food stamp benefits?
Let's just say that we've seen Democrats.
If Congress is going to fund it when the shutdown ends?
We've seen Democrats take to court people that on really poor charges, and so I think they're likely to do anything.
Well, it seems a political calculation is the point.
Well, we don't have a political calculation. Our calculation is to get the government open, to get the food stamps to people, and to get people to be paid. 750,000 government workers aren't getting paid right now. I know you're talking to the governor of Maryland in a minute. I'm sure his people are really hurting. Let's just get the government open, and then let's talk about things like the healthcare premiums. But do that through regular order. So
it sounds like you're saying the position is the same: open the government, then we'll talk about healthcare. But the president, just in the past 36 hours, has put out a number of social media posts. It sounds sort of like he's proposing something in regard to health insurance payments. He said, I'm recommended to Senate Republicans that hundreds of billions of dollars currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies to save bad health care provided by Obamacare now be sent to the people so they can purchase their own much better health care. He also said they should terminate Obamacare. What does this alternative system look like? Because the entire standoff is about healthcare right now.
Right. Well, the president is, a beautiful tactician, a beautiful negotiator, and what he's what he said. He's brainstorming and trying to help the Senate come up with a deal that can get the government open. And one of the things you could do is conservatives believe that they don't want the government to micromanage people's lives, and everybody believes that people should have health care. And so why not take the people who have higher health care premiums and just mail them a check and let them decide? The reason why it could have an effect is that there are multiple tiers under the Affordable Care Act of different types of insurance, and it could be that people would rather have the money and go from this kind of plan to that kind of plan and save themselves a little bit. And so that's basically giving the people an opportunity to make more choices than the government usually lets them.
Is this the Senator Cassidy proposal?
I'm sure that Senator Cassidy and President Trump talked about it, but whether he agrees with everything with Cassidy, I haven't talked to him about yet.
Well, does the Republican leader in the Senate accept
the
this
president
proposal?
has started this idea yesterday. I don't think that it's been discussed widely in the Senate yet.
So the president.
It's the weekend.
The Senate's in session this
weekend.
The
Senate is in session
because they're trying to end the shutdown.
But
this is not the Republican Party's position.